Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Chatting Blues. Before we get into tonight's episode, could you just do me a massive favour? Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment in the comment section. And we've got plenty to talk about. You know, it's been a really busy week. I've asked Ben and Neil to join me from BlueTube, so we'll get them straight on. How are you guys? You okay?
How you doing, Nick?
All right, mate.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Long time no speak, mate. Good to see you.
I know, yeah. Well, thinking was the last time I was actually on stream with you guys. Got to be going back a couple of weeks, surely.
It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a good while.
It's been a while. I've got a few things open. I basically just want your views on stuff. So it's just going to be a chilled one, lads, and we'll go through some of the comments. There's a couple of articles and kind of breakdowns of some of the players we signed. And we'll just have a chat to see where it goes. How's that sound?
Yeah, come on. We've got a lot to talk about, mate.
Plenty to talk about, man. Let's just quickly... Right, so these comments were just before I come on live. So thanks ever so much, everyone, what's commented before we've come on. Thanks ever so much, Blue Shadow, for the £1 super sticker. And thank you for informing people that I did schedule this for 7, but it had to get put back to 7:15. We'll just run through these. Right, Calvo, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Choosers in the building. Raymond from Sunny Talk here. Hope you're well, mate. Lee Burt in the chat as well. You're right, Susan. How are you, Bob? You're right, Lee Harvey. How are you, brother? Good to see you. I was definitely wrong about the Chinese lad. Looks like a brilliant player, the one from Celtic. And we're going to talk about this guy, man, because I was absolutely over the moon last night.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. You're right, Ben. How are you, mate? Land the Rising Brum. And Choosers in the building as well. Right, so... Let me just start where I was at. Okay, let's just quickly talk briefly on the kit, guys. You're both wearing a kit there. Give me a mark out of 10. Neil, you can do this one because you're very similar age as me. You know, the old school grades. So you had A all the way up to, I think it was ungraded, weren't it? What did you think of the new kit?
At first, when I saw it, mate, we were just talking about this actually. I'd have probably given it a D to start with. But you know what? The more I've seen it, the more it's like a B+ now.
It grows on you, doesn't it?
Yeah. Especially when you see the players wearing it, and I've seen like this new lad. We've just been watching him like doing his interviews, and it does. Yeah. But I think it's what it symbolises. You appreciate what it's more about and what they're trying to do with it rather than just something different. Simple. It's really simple.
Yeah, really simple. Simple and clean, isn't it? So what would you give it then?
Yeah, a good B+ at the moment, but probably be an A before the end of the video.
Yeah. and Ben, do you like the look of it?
It looks stark when you see a new signing in it, don't you? And you got that yellow background. That kind of convinced me. But I kind of have to agree with Tommy Kelsall on Blues Focus. We've chatted to him a few times. It looks like the blue shorts as well. It's like you're watching Leicester. Yeah, Leicester colours, aren't they? But yeah, 150 years, I suppose. It does grow on you. Like I say, when I see new players wearing the kit in the background,
yeah.
Mate, I'm probably a little less lenient than you. I'll probably give it a C.
C.
Still a good kit though.
It's nice.
White one as well.
Isn't it?
Have you seen the links? The leaked pictures of the away shirt that we have.
No, I haven't seen.
You got to take it with a pinch of salt.
It's the white shirt.
Basically, this but gold.
Yeah, gold again, just in the same place. That for me, that's an A. That's
I'm sharp. That
yeah, I like that. It's like that kit, but this is gold.
Yeah,
gold here.
Really
White. I mean, away kit.
On Twitter if you look it up, Nick.
Yeah, well, I'll have a look after the show. Just for people what may not know, Ben and Neil, they've got their own podcast. It's called BlueTube. So if you can, guys, jump over to their channel and give them a subscribe after the podcast tonight. That'd be greatly appreciated.
Thanks for that.
Right then. Yeah, nice one. Right, there's so much to talk about. Should we talk about last night's signing? Because it's just absolutely. I was absolutely buzzing with this signing. I mean, look, we have been linked to him for a couple of weeks now, but it was something what I just thought now was out of our reach, and I really didn't think it'd get done. What's your thoughts, guys?
In all the years that I've been a Blues fan, I struggle to think of a bigger signing that I've ever seen. Fujimoto. I mean, I thought it was dead and buried, to be honest, because like you said, a few weeks ago, it flared up and then it sort of like fizzled out. It's like, okay, it's gone with the win then. It's just one of them.
Yeah.
It's a bit everywhere ball on his finger, and we've got him.
Everywhere I was looking, I mean, because again, it was like the standstill thing. You keep checking on YouTube, on Facebook, Twitter. And everything I was doing, I was finding was like, there's no way that he'll be coming to the Championship, And suddenly, first thing I did when I saw it on Facebook last night, browsing through, was message you, wasn't it? It was just like, oh my God, I can't believe that they've actually just announced.
Yeah.
You up in
do you know what's crazy? Look at what all the Celtic fans had to say about Iwata. Like, it was proper lukewarm. It was 50-50, wasn't it? And look at the that Iwata is. And now about this Fujimoto bloke. It's like the best thing since Larson, Henrik Larsson, a huge one. Now we've got football club. His stats ridiculous. I know he has
ridiculous
in France, but for Celtic, you can't show that. You can't afford to look away from that. Give credit what it's due to the Scottish Premier League, comparing it to the Championship. No, people might have their thoughts on that. He's going to be a bags man, isn't he? I don't know what that means for the rest of our strikers, though. I'd even go as far as to wonder about how they're going to put it in terms of Jay as well. I don't know how they're going to get it in. But looking certainly...
Nice problem to have, though, isn't it?
It is. But looking at Lyndon Dykes and Alfie May, they must be looking at that and raising an eyebrow and thinking, well, where am I in this now? What sort of game time am I going to get? But I suppose, like you say, Dad, it's a nice problem to have, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, look, go a little bit further, Nick, and I've said this loads of times, playing under someone like Chris Davis, what he's going to get out, because I think a player like this, you won't need much in the way of coaching, because he looks a natural footballer, he's a natural fit, and he's got every sort of finish in his locker. But then you put Chris Davis's tactics into that with the service he's going to get. Oh my! Imagine if we'd have had this guy last year, the goals would have.
Unbelievable. Just before we came on air, guys, I don't know whether you saw this. Look at this for a sneaky one by Blues, because when I kind of was checking Twitter and stuff yesterday, looking for Kyogo to be signed or stuff, and I was hearing he was in a medical and this, that, and the other. I was hearing that there was both in the medical. So Blues have just released this. Literally about 15 minutes ago. Let's see if we can turn the sound up on this. In fact, I don't know about the sound because it might be a copyright, so we'll leave the sound off, right? So this was obviously Kyogo's photo shoot. Look at this.
Okay, big smiles. Perfect.
That's great.
How sneaky is that?
Then, don't they?
Yeah. So that's obviously Fujimoto, isn't it, guys?
Yeah. They keep dropping these little Easter eggs,
the
don't
entire Japanese starting 11 to Birmingham. That's what's going on.
Yeah. Choosers put their Japanese domination. Listen, guys, there's 105 people watching. 109 now. If you just joined, hit the like button. Helps the channel out. Subscribe if you haven't already. I will go into other ways of helping the channel as we get more into the podcast, because people are private messaging me asking how can I help out, Nick. So we will talk a little bit about that as we get more into the video. So let's go through a couple of comments before. I want to show you guys something. So I think you just mentioned, the Iwata. Look, it's all linked, isn't it? Iwata, Kyogo, Chris Davis, they've all worked under each other. So hats off to the recruitment team, and man. And I was thinking as well, also this Japanese thing, it's great for the Japanese market in terms of, you know, incomings, in terms of like revenue and stuff.
Yeah, it generates a lot of interest over in Asia. Absolutely.
Yeah, Asia, yeah.
Tap into
Yeah, man. Wagner knows what he wants. Yeah, Wagner's just. Yeah, Nat Phillips, West Brom has signed, ain't they? We'll go through a few comments. Land of the Rising. I read these, didn't I? Sorry, guys.
I don't know how we're going to manage it. You know, if we've got this new.
Well, we need to quickly establish who's the cream, don't we? The starting 11. We need to establish that. If you remember last year, it took us a little while to get started with that, didn't it? Even down to the goalkeepers. And we might have to again. Here's one for you, Nick. Just jumping right off the tangent here.
Yeah, no worries.
Goalkeeper, because I've seen that one touted a few times. Who would you go with, this new lad? Or just stick with Allsop? You know.
No, stick with Allsop for me.
Totally agree.
Totally agree with that. Yeah, totally agree. There's a lot of people. I can understand their emotions and their thoughts, but under 21, yeah, he's a good keeper. But also, the season he had last year and the season before that in the Championship, he was the best keeper.
Yeah, 100%. You know, for me, I mean, there's a few split games in the pre-season, isn't there? So he's going to get looked at, you know, in the pre-season, and also I would expect him to start in the Carabao Cup against Sheffield United. But for me, he's got a lot to do. He really has, guys. He's got a lot to do to displace Ryan Allsop. Yeah. Thanks, Blue Shadow. So this is a way of helping the channel, guys. So you can join for a monthly membership. It's really low. I set it as low as it can. It's $1.99. And then every 4 weeks there is a prize given away. So mainly last season it was the first kit, you know, the playing kit. Sorry, you know, home and away, and the third kit I was giving away every 4 weeks. You get put in a raffle kind of thing. I think we've got about 32 members. So if you click on that link and you fancy becoming a member, if you do become a gold, you get 2 slots, and silver get 1. And I'm also, while I was just talking about it, I'm also looking into setting up I think they called it like a Discord, where all the members can interact. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like a WhatsApp group. So I'll be speaking to Emu Games about that, because he's a bit more computer savvy. Let's say. You know, I'm scared to touch anything here in case the camera flicks off. Right, let's go through a few more comments and we'll look at you, man. Okay. I mean, yeah, you're right, Patrick. So I've been getting news late here, and mostly in French. Yeah. Well, this is 6 signings now we've done. Ben saying Blues dropped from 10-1 to 7-1 to win the Championship last night. We've bet 365 now, third favourites ahead of Sheffield United in 4th. What are you saying, guys, in terms of, like, I mean, I feel more confident this season than I did last season.
Yeah, it's correct. I don't think we've ever had quite a season in the Championship with this much momentum.
Nah.
I mean, no one has the 111 points to go from League One into the Championship with. So, if anyone can do back-to-back promotion. Yeah, I'll show you this quickly, mate. You probably see it on Twitter as well. So that's been confirmed now, that bloke.
Oh, no way. That's beautiful. So that's confirmed.
6 signing. I can't imagine us getting many more now, but I mean, I don't know.
These are the type of signings I was anticipating. Like I was saying, it won't necessarily be these big names that we're already aware of, like in the Prem, in the Championship.
Yeah.
It'll be players that we'll go out and fish for. And this is I envisaged something that's wowed us, and certainly the last 24 hours is wow for me.
And Damari Gray as well.
Damari Gray. Tommy Doyle from
Doyle. A lot of people are saying that's the biggest signing still.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge, isn't it? And I was already, you know, I said that we're going to go straight up again this season.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, the first game, Ipswich as well. Oh my
God. Yeah. Some game in it, guys. So yeah, that's breaking news. So as we've been, thanks for that, Ben. So Fujimoto has been announced as well now. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I watch a lot of podcasts, just general football related podcasts. You know, especially to do with like championship and like people like Benjamin Bloom and stuff like that.
Just mentioning, mate, that's where I've been getting a lot of my. And it just seems like that we're on everyone's lips. Do you know what I mean? It really does. Welcome to Nick Flicks. Nice one, man. Fucking hell. I Blue Shadow.
Yeah, I Blue Shadow. You're right. Keith Harbour, man. I ain't seen Keith. Right? You're right, Keith. Another Japanese lad announced. Yeah, so yeah, all right. I mean, this is ridiculous. I was just counting how many up. So we've got Newman, Beadle, Doyle, Gray. Bright Samuel, Kyogo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 7th, guys.
I suspect that Bright Samuel will be another winger option. You know, I think he'll be used further up the pitch. I don't think he's going to be used as right. I could be wrong, but
no, I was thinking that, Ben. I was thinking that, mate, because he has played right winger before. And it also helps Ethan Laird out because Ethan Laird's always high and wide and attacking. So it would help when we get caught on the counter.
Yeah, that's scary. Laird and Bright Samuel on the same side, and the overlaps there because he's quick, nippy. That Bright Samuel as well.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Is everyone excited about this season?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, man. Like
you saying, Nick, I'm more excited this season than I was last season.
I'll tell you one thing though, I touched on it earlier. I don't know how we'll set up. What's our strongest team going to look like? Because all we're getting in midfield now, there's going to have to be some trial by error and see who's, like I said, the cream always rises. Who's going to be at the top? We're going to have to try and figure that out. But the way that I see it, I can replace, I can change Paik. I can change it. But in that 10 position, I suppose, is Willemsen going to stick around? These are the sorts of questions that you have to ask now. Keshi Anderson, how far away is he going to be from the starting line?
Yeah.
So
it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, that we've got to start.
Because if you think about it, lads, right? I remember our first couple of games of last season. If you look at the lineup, half of them weren't there. Come October. September, October. Do you know what I mean? It completely changed. So it really has got I was thinking, I don't know about outgoings, like you just mentioned, Ben. Will the likes of Williamson stick around? Will Keshi Anderson stick around? Not so much stick around. I think they would stick around. It's
how
he wants.
Will they be used? Out of Keshi Anderson with all these signings that we've made and players.
Well, that's the other side. That will be the opposite side of the business we've done. If we are letting players go to see what we can get for them, and I'd like to think that we get something decent for anyone that we move on.
That promotion within season.
Because we've developed, even in a short time, quite a pedigree down the Blues now, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely.
To be part of the squad that's in place at the Blues now, if a team's coming in for someone, say for example, if someone came in for Keshi, I don't think we're going to let him go for peanuts, are we?
No.
He's still a rated player. I think with the squad around him at the moment, I still think he'd have a great season for Blues as well.
He's still a good championship player, isn't he? He wasn't so great for us in the relegation season, but you put him around good players like we did last season. Then he's fine, You're right, the Godfather, are you, mate? I was just talking about this Discord I want to try and arrange for this season. Evening, Nick, Neil and Ben and all the chat crew. Yeah, I hope you're well, mate. You're right, how are you, mate? Happy birthday for tomorrow. I should see you at Solihull Moors in a couple of weeks, week and a half, something like that. Okay, so you're right, Dan, how are you, mate? Evening, guys. Immense window so far. Buzzing to see how they get on. Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm just like, it's going to drag now this next month. It's going to drag so much. Hi, Susan.
Yeah, hi, Susan. Yeah, it's going to drag, but we've got games coming up now, guys, friendlies and stuff. It'll be here before we know it, the season now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, on Saturday next week, isn't it? We're playing it's Sevilla. Who have we got?
Sevilla.
Yeah, we've got that Portugal trip, haven't we?
So is that Saturday, is it? This Saturday?
Pretty sure, yeah, that's Saturday.
Yeah, it makes sense, because I think they fly out tomorrow, don't they?
Yeah.
What's Ben saying? Yeah, put a bit on before the odds dropped. Okay, so so I think it was 5-1, weren't we, Ben? So if it wins, we'll pay half his season ticket.
20,000 season tickets Nick sold apparently.
Yeah, man, and this is where the waiting list as well is 14,500. It's things we just ain't never seen really, innit? Let's be honest. Do you know what I mean? Okay, right. Let me just start that. Okay, Kyogo, man, absolutely buzzing about this guy. I just want to get his strengths and weaknesses up, guys.
Yeah, good idea.
Kyogo Furashi. So this is what I mainly use. We'll just go to his strengths and weaknesses. So look, he's an out-and-out number 9 in my eyes. I mean, I watched something yesterday. I can't think whose podcast it was, and they were saying he could drop back to a 10. But from what I've seen of him, he's a proper bagsman, like a poacher, quick. He can press from the front as well. Yeah, really aggressive in terms of that pressing. Get balls into the box and be on the end of them. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and he'll get you those free kicks around the box as well, Nick. When he picks the ball up, a bit like Jay when he drops back and picks up and has a run at the back line.
Yeah, 100%.
Tonight, haven't we, Ben? Some of the highlights, and he's. I mean, it's the Scottish Premiership we were watching, and the amount of time he pulled down,
got a lot of confidence.
And he finds that space as well. Many times that we were watching the moves he does.
Tenacious player as well, something that we need. You can see by his interview as well. That's one big thing for me when you see the players' interviews. He looks so happy to be here. He's just being here. That's massive for me. That is honestly good.
Yeah, his interview was brilliant, wasn't it? I can't remember the first question, but I think it's something like I can't even remember the first question, but he put goals. I was like,
goal.
Yeah. As long as it's just one goal.
So his characteristics are and this as well, guys. Like whenever I watch a highlights reel, I always look to see if they can use both feet. So I don't know if you noticed, he can use both feet. He can finish with both feet. He's really strong.
Yeah, and he's got a good head on him as well, Nick.
Well, that's what it says here. So he's strong at his heading attempts. So. I don't think he's a tall guy, but a few of the goals I've seen was with his head.
Yeah.
So he's strong at that. He's strong at finishing. He's strong at holding on to the ball. So that's where maybe what you mentioned then, Neil, about winning free kicks in and around the area. So I don't know if you watched my podcast. It might have been on Jay's actually. I got this up, and Tommy Doyle. One of his strengths was his free kick taking. So he's strong at his long shots as well. So he's not afraid to shoot from outside the box. His weaknesses are his defensive contribution. However, I think it was Blues Focus done a lovely piece on it, a written piece, and from what I've seen as well, he's very much like Jay Stansfield in terms of if a team are going to play out from the back. He's on him like a shot. Do you know what I mean? And his passing, he's quite weak at that. His style of play is his counter-attacking threat. He plays the ball off the ground often, which is always mentioned. This is his kind of like a Chris Davis style of play, isn't it? It's not the ball's very rarely in the air, and he also doesn't dive into tackles, so stays on his feet when he's attacking. As you can see, he's played mainly as a 9. These are just last season's, guys. So he made the move to Rennes in the January of this year. Okay, so
He's
Sorry,
not been speaking with them at all, has he?
not at all.
I don't think they knew how to use him. He obviously didn't fit their style. Probably
No,
one of the
I think-
director of football brought in, and the manager didn't want to.
He's gone over
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I don't think he actually started a game. You know, I think I think in one of the games he played 69 minutes, but I don't think he actually started. I may be wrong. He might have started the one, but yeah. So just last season, 20 appearances, 8 goals, 3 assists. From the substitute bench, 13 appearances. I would imagine a lot of them would have been for Rennes. It's quite a weird one. Why Celtic sold him, innit, guys?
I've been thinking
They
that.
cashed in on him, didn't they? They got a £10 million bid for him, and they thought they've got enough out of him, and they thought that was a decent amount of money. So at least that's what
He's a little gem, isn't he? I'm just
Little gem. 30 years of age, Japanese. He's in Japan's national team. He starts regularly for them. We've got the World Cup next. He did mention it in his interview, didn't he? We've got the World Cup, so he wants to be in that. He wants to be their starting striker, basically. He's 170 centimeters tall. I always ask, because I'm in foot and inches, how tall that is, guys. If someone in the comments can put it, that'd be great. Or
186 foot, isn't it? So
170 centimeters he is. So what's that in foot and inches? Does anyone know?
Well under 6 foot.
Well under. Yeah, probably 5'8", something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, but I tell you what, we've seen him. We've seen what he can do. I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So everyone's happy with that. We'll go through a few more comments, and I just want to get your views on some of the other signings we made, guys. You're right, James. No one is guaranteed a starting place.
Yeah.
Even Stansfield. Yeah. We just mentioned that. So listen, some people are going to be, a little bit gutted if, people like Jay Stansfield are not starting out. I'm not saying that's going to happen. But James even goes on to say, even Stansfield, amazing transfer window, 10 out of 10, can't ask for better.
But you look, Nick, you look at the players that won't be making the 11, the quality around that squad. And if you remember again, last year, there wasn't this bitterness from players. You look at Christian Bielik, he weren't getting in the team hardly at all as the captain, but he was happy as Larry. He was always positive. He was always a positive face. Whoever wasn't making the team, they were still happy, and you could see that from the pitch, couldn't you? And you could see that, and I go on about it all the time, that unity that we got as a squad. You're going to get better,
do you reckon we need any more? Do you reckon we need any more signings? Do you want to get cover as left back? Because we don't know when Lee Buchanan's going to be back.
Yeah. I mean,
still just
Lee Buchanan was in fitness training when we spoke to him. He was just starting to build strength up. Yeah, I reckon by now he'll be looking at getting mobile and getting his playing fitness up now.
Yeah. I do worry about it, because he just seems to get injured a lot, So
but they weren't related injuries, though.
His last one was really unlucky.
Yeah,
really unlucky. His last one wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it'd have been the same sort of thing. Got to be like, there's a weakness there, but it was just real bad luck, wasn't it? And let's just hope that's what it is. But yeah, it's a good shout that is actually, because we're down the right, aren't we? I think we're strong on the right side.
Yeah.
No, maybe someone on loan as a left back. I mean, the only positions for me now is, maybe get someone in left back on loan. Yeah, maybe a young kid, up and coming kid, and the right wing. We've got a number 10 now. I wasn't overly enthusiastic about this Fujimoto. I looked at him a few weeks ago because I've always said that number 10 spot's really important to get right. But if you add in like Damari Gray and the other Kyogo up front, and if it's going to be that Samuel on the right, which it could very well be, even though he said he's more of a right back. Can you imagine if we got Tom Fellows? Fucking Jesus.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't rule anything out of the way it's going.
I know.
Could you?
But you built me hopes up now, Nick.
That'd be just the icing on the cake, that would.
I
Do you know what I mean?
We should look at Ben Davis though. Still think we need a little bit of cover.
Yeah, but I mean Ben Davis as well.
Still going on there, isn't there? It's still
I won't close the door on that just yet.
No. You're right, Enzo. Evening Blue Noses decorating. Fair play. So apologies if I don't see the messages. No worries, mate. I hope you're well. You're right, Paul. Evening, guys. No transfer reveals on the Sabbath, but it's Monday in a bit. Kit right on your Blues. Lee Harvey saying wasn't keen on him at first, but it should be coming in post by Tuesday. Fingers crossed. Is that for Fujimoto, Lee? Let's just have a little scan through. I mean, a lot of you chatting amongst each other, which is really nice. Rockbuster, you're right, mate. Evening, guys. Quality signings, but are we in danger of making too many changes? Don't fix what isn't broken.
I can understand his concern. This is a step up, isn't it? This is polishing what we've got. This is. I don't think our shape's going to change so much. I think we're buying players to fit what we do now.
Type of football.
Yeah, like it's going to be really imperative to start the season now to sort of go out as we finished last year, but bring these players in, and I think that's what we'll see.
This is why it was important to get the bulk of our business done before the pre-season, before we went out to Portugal, and bed them in, get them used to our style of playing. And Chris Davis will be familiar with a few of our signings anyway. Don't know about Fujimoto, but Damari Gray's worked with before.
The majority, he's quite familiar with them, so that's a bonus.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's just about it's really competitive now to get in our starting 11. I think going off the lads' attitudes last season, like you mentioned, Neil, I think there isn't going to be that problem of players moaning and in behind the scenes that they're not playing or whatever. Because Chris Davis, if you're good enough to play, if he thinks you're going to start your training better and you're playing better over a certain player, like for instance that Kyogo might be training better and he might pick him over Sansfield. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of them.
And you can't knock that. I mean, because I used to be the sort of no matter who you'd got, if you got someone there for a while and they became like part of the furniture, you'd just stick with them and you'd give them all that support. But the way I'm thinking now is any player that comes through that door now, I just see them for what it's worth, and I just appreciate. This is a move in the right direction. And we mentioned a little bit about the OSC before we started, Nick, didn't we?
Yeah.
Jeremy Dale with Craig Gardner at one of the Solihull groups. During last season. And I think it was either Jeremy or Craig that said during this meeting, he said, you will see players go out, but if a player goes out, and it was a fan favourite, it will be for the better of the club now. Not to help us keep us afloat, but it means we move forward by moving and that's the sort of mentality I think we need to have now. You imagine say 5 years ago when June was playing really well, if we'd have just sold him to quids in like we did with a lot of the players. Not a bad feeling. But for me now, if I see that, Alfie May's been a good player, we've had him for a season, he's well renowned, but I'd wish him well. If we could get a few quid at his age now, if he did end up going, just the club,
you have faith, don't you?
Yeah,
people in the background,
and that's it now. I mean, look at how we've been run in the past. It was just like we all feel that we could have done it better, don't we? Things like that. But now I've just got so much faith in the way the club's being run. I'm just enjoying what's happening and not really deeply about it. Just enjoy this announcement today. It's just like Christmas, isn't it? Jeez, what a present!
It's crazy. Yeah, definitely, man. It's kind of sit back and enjoy it, innit? I know over the previous years, it's very much like the signing's got to be bang on correct and this, that, and the other, and it's very much now, we trust in what they're doing, man. I mean, just talking quickly about the striker options now, guys. So that's Stansfield, Kyogo, Lyndon Dykes, Alfie May. Do any of them go out for you?
Well, that's probably about what you want. You know, in a decent, the size club we are now in the Championship, pushing for the Premier. That's about what you want,
to
isn't
push
it?
for the Premier. You need that level of competition in your squad. That was a moment ago.
Because I'll tell you what, you imagine if Alfie May is going to be third choice coming on up front, he's going to be hungry to get a goal. Isn't it? He's going to
be proper.
And then you've got that ruggedness of Dykes as well. He can make something out of nothing. He's got a bit about him as well. When he gets his chance, he's going to really.
He's a different type of striker as well.
I mean, we've got so like you just mentioned, we've got so many strikers what offer different different abilities. Do you know what I mean?
The whole sort of spectrum of what you need in a striker. You imagine, because we can have 9 subs, can't we? We can only play 5.
That's it,
a load of them. And Davis is thinking, what we need today is we need an Alfie May here today. On you go, son.
That's it, No, it's brilliant, man. Aquatic saying, when CD put out that statement, it's not just about signing players, it's about keeping the wrong ones out. That was directed at Poku. Yeah, I think that as well. Aquatics, he wanted a predatory agreement in his contract. Yeah, I think Poku was very much of the. I mean, I don't know. I'm just fucking saying it. Really, it's just I can imagine Poku saying, "Look, I want to be like a starter." And I can imagine Chris Davis in all of his interviews with these new signings and the signings we've done last year. He's like, "Listen, if you train well and you play well, you'll start." Do you know what I mean?
Merit, isn't it?
Well,
on merit.
As well with Poku. I don't know if his agent screwed him over there, because you got to think he had a chance to come to Blues and then Rangers, and no disrespect, but then he ends up at QPR.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So it must have been something what happened in the interview in the interview process.
Yeah, you reckon? I think 2 on and got a bit too cheeky, and then out of nowhere some clubs have dropped and he's just left with QPR and said, could well be. But QPR could have said, "Listen, you'll be a starter." Do you know what I mean? And Chris Davis could have basically said, "No, I can't guarantee you'll be a starter." I mean, he's probably said the same to Kyogo and all the rest of the guys.
No one should, unless you've got bloody Cristiano Ronaldo 10 years ago in your squad. No one should guarantee the start, really, should they? And that's exactly how it should be.
100%. Yeah, there's over 170 people watching, guys. That's amazing for a Sunday night. So if you can, just hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment in the comment section. You're right, Johnny Wheeler. Over that evening, folks. Looks like we mean business with all these signings. The promotion push is well and truly on. I mean, it's nice to get them done early as well, isn't it, guys?
Yeah, 100%. We've said it before, time and time again, but the owners, they really do put the money where their mouths is.
Well, I'll tell you what, here's one for you. You were saying like top 10 finish you'd be happy with. Are you still thinking along those lines?
We did that prediction video and I said top 4, didn't I? And I really genuinely believe that we could get playoff places.
What about you, Nick? Where do you think realistically we're looking for now?
I think the owners want automatic, or they'll be happy with a top 6 finish with maybe just missing out. Not happy with it, sorry. Look, I think they want to get up this season. And looking at the state of some of the clubs in terms of transfer embargoes, clubs not financially well off. The 3 teams what came down, Leicester are looking at a points deduction. I think this is the ideal year to do it.
It really is.
Every sign,
and that's why we knew we were going to pull out these signs. We've all been talking about these. We knew we were going to go out and amaze the fans.
Every sign,
we can't knock our owners one bit.
They've all been statement signings. Every single statement signings. To say, look, we're going for it this year. And what a year to go for it. You speak about Leicester, Hull City, another one. Sheffield Wednesday, awful what's going on with them, but it's an opportunity.
It is half. And I wonder whether, I still think we would have gone big anyway, but I wonder whether they've looked at what we've just talked about and thought, do you know what, let's go for it this season.
I would not be surprised at all.
Yeah. You're right, Danny. How are you, mate? Good to catch you on the live, man. Okay. 2 million views in a day, says it all, mate. Aidan, right, 2 million views in a day. Choosers. Yes, Jay, how are you, mate? You're at work. Okay, right on up the Blues, never mind.
Hi, Jay.
Yeah, good to see you, Jay, man. There's a couple of your podcasts I need to catch up on, actually. Yeah, I've got poker. Yeah, there's loads of content, isn't there, guys, about Blues on YouTube.
On the talk of town. Yeah. That's the one thing we've got to watch out for going into next season. Though everyone playing us go, right, these are the ones to watch out for. Let's give.
But have you noticed? It's not all these Blues are in for a shock or this.
These guys are serious.
They're actually like touting us as like, especially that Benjamin Bloom, as you were saying, Nick. He really thinks the Blues are going to push on something big time this year.
That first opening game against Ipswich will be massive for that fact. Exactly. Coming down from the Premier League. Guys coming up from League One with all of that momentum, clashing heads on the first game of the season. It's going to be an absolute belter, that is.
Yeah. Can't wait for it. There's a couple of things I bookmarked here, guys, and this is just mainly for the viewers. And I don't say I ain't bookmarked it. Don't think I have. There's a guy done a great podcast on Blues. I wonder if I haven't. No, I don't think I have. Oh, it's an unreal podcast on. I'll see if I can find it in a bit. So the kit here looks. So Pake's wearing the kit here. I think the kit's really smart. Honest to God, guys. I like the blue shorts as well.
Yeah.
It's growing.
Yeah, it's gone up to an A.
Yeah, it looks really smart. I mean, the shorts on the shorts are something I'd wear. Sort of like on. I'm not really one to wear the actual tops to football and that, but the shorts I'd wear, in the gym or on holiday or something. I think the shorts look lovely.
Yeah.
This is a nice little piece here from Tomorrow Grade. Did you watch that, Ben? Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. That is. Yeah. You can tell that he's really happy to be back.
Okay, let's watch this because it's a minute long. I haven't watched this. This guy is I wonder if it's got music in the background.
Kyogo is the main.
Yeah, it has. I can't risk a copyright. But if you it's on BCFC Fan Zone on Twitter. So it's all about what the manager's saying about Kyogo.
I'll have to look out for that one as well.
Really good, guys.
Catch up
on. There's this as well. I just wanted to read out, pick a couple of things out of it, really. I thought it was an excellent article by the lads at Blues Focus. So what Kyogo offers us.
Yeah.
So just bear with me for a couple of minutes if you can, lads, and we'll see what this guy is about. I mean, the adverts on these, I keep popping up all over the gaff. Okay, so we'll just pick bits out of it. So Birmingham City set their sights on the return to the Premier League 25-26 season. The club is building under the new manager Chris Davis with both purpose and precision. Among the most intriguing potential signings, so this was obviously a couple of days ago, linked is to the revival of the Japanese forward Kyogo Furuhashi, a player whose mix of relentless energy, intelligent movement and clinical finishing could offer something truly transformative to the squad at St Andrews. Goes on to say he's currently out of favourites at Rennes, looking ahead to the 2026 World Cup. Obviously wants game. The engine of the high press system. Now, this is why I think one of the reasons Chris Davis has brought him in. So one of the most compelling reasons Kyogo fits Davis's blueprint for Blues is his exceptional work rate. He's not just a goal poacher. He's an orchestrator of chaos in the opponent's half. His pressing intelligence and his positional awareness make him a disruptive force, often turning dead-end dead end possessions into chances by forcing defenders into errors. At Celtic, he led from the front with tireless energy, frequently setting the tone for the team's high octane vertical play. So, very much like how we play. The pressing identity aligns well with Davies' philosophy. Blues have been evolving into a more proactive unit, seeking to impose themselves in and out of possession. Kyogo, with his willingness to press hard and recover quickly, becomes a natural fit for such a system, offering not only energy but tactical structure to the forward press. We'll read a couple of more bits, and then we'll come to the comments. I want your views on this guy. So what separates him from many championship level strikers is not just his finishing, but his understanding of his space. I mean, you can see that from his clips. His off the ball movement is constantly top tier, whether ghosting between centre backs or peeling wide to drag defenders out of position. Now, this is where I was thinking of Stansfield as a 10. If he's dragging defenders out of position, then you can imagine trying to keep a handle on Kyogo and Stansfield if they're playing together.
It's brilliant.
He creates passing lanes and chaos simply by how and when he moves. In a Birmingham setup featuring players like Jay Stansfield, who thrive in tight spaces and quick transitions, Kyogo's presence could unlock far more than just goals. He could help elevate his collective attacking IQ, becoming the conduit through which Davies can implement more fluid, interchangeable attacking structures. This isn't a striker who waits for service, who manipulates the space to make service inevitable, wherever for himself and others. So then it just goes on to his goal scoring record. One thing as well, guys, is what impresses me is the amount of goals he scored in the Celtic Rangers game. So big games. Do you know what I mean? Well, the shoulder injury, of course, the Championship is no playground. It's a 46-game slog through wet pitches, bruising duels and tightly contested battles. Standing at just 1.7 metres, Kyogo won't win many aerial duels or bully defenders with his frame. His injury history, especially a recurring shoulder problem, that reportedly needs surgery for, adds a layer of caution ahead of the deal. Are you worried about this shoulder injury, guys? You know about the shoulder injury.
Yeah, I'm not worried. Purely for the fact I don't think we'd have taken a chance on him.
Yeah, that's the faith that I
Yeah.
I was on about like just trusting their decisions, and that's what I've put it down to now. When you've got that Tom Brady and all his like medical background stuff that he's doing, like the fitness and the sports science and that, I think they'd have looked really closely at that.
Due diligence.
Yeah.
They'll know exactly what they're getting themselves in for. So I'm not worried about that at all. So this to me sounds like a player that we're looking at for the Premier League, not just a player we're looking at for the Championship. And not even 2 seasons ago, Pep Guardiola and Man City were looking at this bloke.
I know, yeah.
They were going to sign him to stick him on the wing. They were looking at him. That who's that agent now? Fabrizio.
Oh, another one.
Romano. Not long ago. Been all over for this guy. So this is the sort of caliber that we're reaching by the end of it.
I'll tell you one of the things I wanted to mention that you reminded me of, Nick, when you was reading that. When you look at his goals, and there's plenty of goals videos on YouTube, isn't there, for him?
Yeah.
How many of them were just tap-ins? He absolutely buries most of them, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He doesn't just tap them. He breaks the net every time, doesn't he? Whether it's a couple of yards out or outside the box, even his headers, and it's accurate. He picks his spot.
Yeah.
It's not like he's hitting hopers.
Yeah.
And Ben mentioned while we was watching the composure he's got as well. Some of them were like first time hits. Some of them he took a touch, picked his spot.
Composure's big.
Yeah,
it's really interesting. I mean, I urge people really to go back, even if you've watched it once or twice, go back and look at his goals. There's the whole array of different goals, like you just mentioned, Neil. You know, his left foot, his right foot, his header, goals, what he's poached. You know, literally 2 yards out, goals from distance. So yeah, you know, absolutely buzzing. I think, yeah, Ben's saying my uncle Jim is a long-time season ticket holder with Celtic, and said Kyogo is an exceptional player who, if he stays for, will score 20 plus goals this season. Said his timing and instinct of Henrik Larsson. Yeah. So he's listen, man, he's a baller. In fact, there's just something I want to read what the Celtic fans have said about him, which is interesting, guys. So we'll quickly just go through this. So Celtic prediction as Kyogo seals Birmingham City transfer. Birmingham City have made a statement to the Championship rivals of signing Kyogo from Rennes. The forward becomes Blue's 6th signing of the summer transfer window, following recruits of Phil Newman. I mean, sometimes I forget about it. We signed Newman.
No, yeah.
Army,
Easily done.
You know, James Beadle, Tommy Doyle, Damari Gray, and Bright Asayu Samuel. Kyogo won 8 domestic titles during his time at Celtic, scoring 85 goals in 165 games. That's an amazing record,
really
including 8 goals. This is what I was just mentioned about. 8 goals in 11 Old Firm matches against Rangers. So he loves, you know, he loves big games basically. You know, he left Parkhead only last January, but he scored 20 goals when he left in the January. You know, his move to Rennes didn't work out after failing to score in 6 appearances. Only started 1 game though. So Celtic fans, Celtic fans have been reacting to the forward switch to St Andrews on social media. One admitting still miss him at Celtic. Brilliant player with a fantastic attitude. Another added, absolutely loved him at Celtic. Give him the ball inside the box and the magic will happen. His constant chasing the defenders and energy is unbelievable and will score a barrel load of goals if he stays fit. A third said, not a bad word to say about Kyogo. Very few strikers stand out for Celtic. His movement off the ball and goals earned him the best since Larsson tag. Hope he does well as Iwata. And to add, he's a genuine good guy. I mean, which goes back to, you know, the vetting of these signings. You know, Chris Davis not going to be signing arseholes, basically. One-on-one with a goalie, he's not the deadliest finisher. However, he has such great movement, he will score goals. A fourth said he played a couple of games on the wing and thought he got more involved in that position. I would have signed him, so I don't want him back, I would have signed him back for Celtic. One more said, a different supporter added, this wee guy will score for fun. His movement off the ball is ridiculous, the best I've ever seen. Plays off the shoulder the full game, terrorising defenders for the full game. We've bookmarked this, then get back to me at the end. Yeah, so the guy saying, bookmark this, what I'm saying, then get back to me at the end of the season. I'm pretty sure most Celtic supporters would agree.
Wow.
I mean, you know, how's that for
that's just what you want to hear, isn't it? That's just what you want to hear. You've got to see it now.
Unbelievable.
Enjoy it. Innit?
Yeah. Apart from Jay Stansfield, what other signing in your lifetime can you compare to in terms of the hype with this one? Is there any that springs to mind for you, Ben?
Well, the last one for me was when we was in the Premier. We got Dugarry down there.
Yeah, right.
Right. Yeah, someone put someone put actually in the comments that they've not seen a bigger signing since Dugarry.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah,
what you were saying, Nick, is that what you would say as well, Dugarry? That's
I'll probably say probably there hasn't been a bigger signing in my eyes since Dugarry. Yeah, I know Sigic was kind of a biggish one, but Dugarry, yeah, it's massive. It's a statement signing, guys.
It is. It really, really is. Yeah.
I think it's all that. And from you know, this is what we're going to do in the league. Statement.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing as a club statement. It just fits the bill for everything, doesn't it? Yeah, there's that little bit of a shaded area with this injury he might have, but we're not going to. We're not going with that one.
I think we're really seeing more about this philosophy of the right characters as well. Not just quality players, but good people that have got it up here as well. Not arseholes, as you say, which a lot of people want. That's why Ramel Donovan was shipped on. That was an attitude problem. Bringing the right characters here to propel us forward. And all be coming up green, heading in the right direction.
100%, man. 100%, man. I've lost my
yeah.
Right, you're right, Lawrence. So, hi, mate. Hi, all, and Nick. Absolutely buzzing about the signings. Can't wait till next season kicks off. I think we're all buzzing for that. Are you going to the Solihull Moors game, guys, next Wednesday?
I haven't.
We haven't even thought about it.
It's difficult for me with work at the moment, but I won't be missing any of the league matches. I can tell you that. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm going to try to go to as many.
It's at the Moors, so it's going to be limited, isn't it?
I can literally walk from mine to it. Now I've moved. Yeah, I can literally walk to it.
Do you know what? Yeah, why not? We'll have a look.
Definitely.
Yeah, Wednesday night. Hopefully, it'll be a nice sunny night.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
We'll
just gone through a few more comments. I've been there a couple of times, Solihull Moors. We've played them, I think, the last 2 or 3 seasons. It's the Arthur Cup, isn't it? You're at Hollywood Terrace at Fujimoto today, yet another free signing. Brilliant, astute business. Yeah, man, I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Alan's saying Davis has said we've got to be tactically flexible. I think we might see Kyogo and Stano up front together. Maybe Kyogo laying a little deeper, but swapping him and Stano coming deep.
I'd love to line up, even now. Like, I know people seen them play, but I'd love to see what people say and where they'll stick certain players and how they'll fit everyone in.
I mean, now that Fujimoto's just been announced, guys. So he literally is a number 10.
Yeah.
Does that kind of change things around for you in terms of because up until he was announced not so long ago, so he's been announced while we're on air, guys. If you've just joined late, does that put a spanner in the works? I mean, it's not up for us to pick the team, basically, is it? But
we do change shape. It's that option, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, we don't want to change it too much, but the only time that you change is if it's not working during the game. The way we play, we're a possession-based team now that dictates the style of play, don't we?
Yeah.
The only time that we will need to change is if it all goes Pete-ong and we need to start, if we've got teams and we're not dealing with the counter and things like that. It's not going to be quite as straightforward as it was last season, but it's going to be certainly more open.
Yeah. Do you know, guys, as well, you know what I was thinking as well? Like, can you imagine some of these players, like can you imagine if that Samuel's been brought in as a right back, like having like say Samuel started, right, having like 60 minutes of him, then bringing Ethan Laird, having 60 minutes of Kyogo, then bringing Stansfielder.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really intelligent. It'll finish games off.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It'd be horrifying. Our suspension is going to look electric when we start.
Yeah. It'd be like a first team squad on the bench.
Take off Fujimoto and just bring on a Paik or a Tommy Doyle.
Yeah. It's mad, isn't it?
It should be allowed.
Yeah. We're going to do something, man, about this Discord. So if you want to join the channel, guys, Blue Shadows, put the link in. If you can, Blue Shadow, if you got the thing, can you put the link in the comments, please, but just for people to click on, because my StreamYard thing's due to be renewed this month. It's gone up. I think it's about £420 a year. So anything like that does go to helping the channel, really. Keep running it. Empty, you'll be on the Discord thing as well. Like I say, I think I'll have to get in touch with Emu about it, or Jay might be able to do it, but I know definitely Emu will. Dan saying, I also saw that Kyogo deal was only 4.5 million instead of the 10 reported, but obviously don't know how true that is. Yeah, what's so it's undisclosed, guys. Easy for me to say. What do you think's a reasonable price, Sam? Not that it's that
I was
important.
equivalent at 10 million when they were talking about that.
You look at what
But
that guy's capable of.
if that's the case, it'll be probably add-ons and stuff, won't it? With
Add-ons, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've even seen it can go up to 12 million. So
Yeah. Nice one in you guys. Thanks ever so much, mate. That's a way of helping the channel out. $4.99 super sticker. Enough love, brother. Let's help Nick grow the channel. I'll try and get down to you this week, Nick, with a PC. Yeah, nice one. Nice one, Emu. Yeah, well, I'll be in contact with you anyway, in terms of that. But that's bang on, mate. Thanks ever so much, brother. Come on, Slick Nick, get through these rakes of comments. And now there's fucking loads of comments. Honest to God, guy. So I'm thinking that I've got guests on as well. So I mean, some of them I'm not going to be able to go through all these comments. I know everyone's buzzing, and Fujimoto's a baller. Yeah, we'll have to see, Emu, because when I looked at him, I don't know. I think it's my expectations of getting a number 10, a proper baller as a number 10.
Big position, isn't it? Got to get that.
I think so.
Look at who he's going to have around him this season.
Yeah, true.
Feel better now.
Yeah, man.
In front of him, you got Water behind him.
Yeah.
Pike as well, and then you got Tommy Doyle. Leonard looks like he's going out on loan. What do you think of where does this Tommy Doyle come into the equation, lads?
Exactly. This is what I'm talking about. What do we do? Because he's a defensive midfielder, isn't he? So he's going to come in for either a Water or Pike.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a world where we're replacing one of them.
I think Wagner sorted something out that we're allowed to field 12 players this year, mate. So
be nice, wouldn't it? I mean, it's a bonus that we've got more spaces on the bench, isn't it? You know, I think there's nine allowed on the bench compared to.
And then you use 5 of them.
But you know, players as well. It's a long old season. There's going to be a bit of rotation here and there. So we need winter. Yeah.
Man. Yes, Gary, how are you, brother? Gary Johnson, man. Just got back from a week in Ireland. Happy with the players we have. Though I still think we need a big. Gaz loves a big physical 9 striker. I don't know, guys. I think we'll be all right now for strikers. Though we might still get one. I think we're done for strikers. We was just talking, guys. I don't know if you've just joined. I think we've got 5 strikers now, all offering kind of different things. I think we're done on the striker thing. You're right, Stuart, mate. We are in for a shock this season than last. Yeah, we just mentioned actually, Stu. Like it's crazy how I'm more, and I think Neil and Ben are the same, more confident this season in the Championship than I was, last season. So
it's going to be an exciting year.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, guys, just write some comments, man. I'm not gonna. I mean, we've been going for an hour. I'm just thinking what else we got to cover, really. Yeah, man. I think that's about it, guys. Anything you want to ask me, or anything you know?
I was just going to say, who's going to be the big deadline day signing then?
I know, this is the thing, isn't it? I mean, do you think that's our statement signing?
I'm happy with what we've done.
Yeah.
And if we do any more than this, it's a bonus, ultra bonus, isn't it?
It's a bonus now. The only thing I can think of is potentially a left back, and depending on where Bright Samuel is going to be played this year, maybe a winger, maybe. If he is for the right back position to cover legs.
You can cover both sides anyway.
Exactly, yes. I think we're looking pretty decent, to be fair. I think we're looking really good. Ben Davis, I would like to see. I do think
I would
cover. And maybe even a left back. Outside of that, though, I think this has been an absolutely brilliant window. And I'm just ready to get started now, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
man.
second that.
I'd love to see Ben Davies come in because the Blues fans loved him. He didn't put a foot wrong last season. They were going on, he's that left-footed centre back, which is rare, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's one thing that we could talk about before we go. Who are we getting rid of here? Because we've got Deion Sanderson back now. He's there. Tyler Roberts is still there. Longhello is still. He's at a club, Can you believe that? He's still there.
Yeah, I know.
To be honest with you, who would we get rid of?
Tyler Roberts.
If Leonard goes out on loan, I'd love to see him go out on loan in the Championship. He's still a great player.
Yeah.
Has to prove himself in this division at this level. See what he's made of. Because I still think he's there for us, and I think he might potentially still have a place in Blues. Anyone else who's struck? Keshi Anderson. I mean, I wouldn't get rid of him at all. I wouldn't even put him. Definitely keep him. I still think he's got a place in the squad.
Yeah.
There's a few things to be made there. 100%.
I think the majority of what you mentioned then, Ben, bar Mark Leonard, go. I mean, Mark Leonard goes out on loan anyway, but definitely there's a player there in Mark Leonard. So I'd like to see him go to either another Championship club, which is usually rare, really, if when you're in the same league, or a top League One club what's trying to play possession-based football. Do you know what I mean? But the others like Tyler Roberts and all them and Longhello, they go. Let's get them off the books. Definitely get them off the books. You're right, Richard. Away, mate. For a big number 9 physical centre forward, like Dion Belger from Augsburg, is a 23-year-old Croatian. He's 6'5". I think that like Joseph mentions there, I think we've got Dykes for that kind of. If we need a physical centre forward, maybe Dykes. And we have got a backing. Williamson, what's they say about Williamson? I mean, Williamson's an interesting one, guys. I know we mentioned him a little bit earlier on. What do we do with him? I mean, for me, I think he stays for the first half of the season.
I always said the League One football didn't suit him last year because we can see he's got it. He's a good footballing talent, and I think he'll suit the Championship really well. So I think he's just got to make sure he's got that confidence, which hopefully he'll have sorted out close season. Worked on his mental, like the sporting side of things that way. He's a class player. He's got a lot to offer. I don't think he'll necessarily be a starter, but honestly, mate, until we've seen all these players kick a ball together, I don't think anyone knows what starting 11 is.
That is a really good point. I do think we're in quality now, and maybe just pushing past these sorts of players. We know they had a little bit of a wobbly time, sort of drawn it back again towards the end of the season, but has he done enough? I'm not too sure. I think I agree with what you're saying. Let's have a look at him. And see let's
have a look. Let's have a look in pre-season, and because you think about it, the season starts on I think August the 8th, so you've got another 3 weeks there of games, and let's probably see where he's at towards the end of August, maybe. Whether he's in Chris Davis's thinking. I mean, it's not for us to decide. We're just basically debating it. Do you know what I mean? Man. Making up the table.
Just like I was saying, though, with these sorts of players, just to have that group of talent together, what they'll all do for each other behind the scenes is going to be immense, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%, brother.
Even the ones we are moving on, it's going to increase their mentality and ability to serve. Just being part of what's going on at Blues.
Part of what's going on.
Is that good for us, isn't it? Because they're leaving a decent, team that's just gone through promotion. That's got a lot going on at the moment. We are flavour of the month at the moment, aren't we?
Really are.
I mean, even like the Keshi Anderson, you would have thought at the end of the season we got relegated that he moves on and he goes to like a League One, a League Two club. He's kind of reinvigorated his career, especially after that season he's just had. I thought he had a great season, Keshi Anderson.
100%.
But this is what happens when you can get a good man in charge.
Good coach.
things, changes the players.
Yeah, nice one, Blue Shadow. Listen, guys, there's over 175 people watching. If you haven't already, just do me a favour. Costs nothing. Just hit the like button. Obviously, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you can do me a massive favour and jump over to BlueTube as well. These two guys have got their own podcast as well. That would be great. Give them a follow as well.
Yeah,
Blue Shadow.
Round up soon as well. So a new video coming out soon, guys.
Next couple of days.
Next couple of days. By the end of the week, we'll have that one out.
Yeah, I was going to say, what have you got anything planned for this season in terms of what are you doing? Are you doing match day vlogs? Are you doing your sort of your pre-match things you used to do? What are you doing this season, guys?
It is more the stuff we do on our deck out there. That's what people tend to
Resonate with
more,
a little
and
bit,
they can partake a bit more. We did a bit of the vlogs, but that's bloody hard work. That is, isn't it? You really have to be switched on for that. And
Yeah, well,
time, especially after the games, it needs to get out. Whereas we do the reviews and the previews, and people tend to be more involved in that.
There's more personality involved.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to stick with them, to be completely honest with you. But we'll see where it takes us. Like I said,
In our own unique, haven't got a clue type way.
Exactly.
yeah, but that's sort of, that's I like it. I do. I mean, in terms of like the match day vlogs. I like the last thing I want to do is get a phone out and film the game. I want to be there and in the game.
It's hard to
do. Focus on making sure you get everything.
It's really difficult. Nice one, Blue Shadow. It's been great tonight, Nick. But last time being mod for a while. Oh, okay. Sorry to that. It's been a great moderator, Blue Shadow. I hope you're all right. Drop me a message after.
She hasn't had any trouble, has she?
I don't know. Drop me a message. I hope you're all right.
You're all right.
Done a good job there, hasn't she?
Yeah, she has done a good job. She's been brilliant, man. So this is what these podcasts have done. They've brought a lot of people, together really, which is a bonus. Yeah, nice one, Dan. Take care. We'll just finish off these last few comments. We got a lot better now with the new editing. Yeah, 100%. I mean, like we've mentioned, getting the business done early. Let's get them over to Portugal. Let's see.
I'm just seeing someone here. Totally forgot that this bloke existed. Hansen? What do we think about Hansen? What about him next year? Emil Hansen. Because he really has. He suffered with injury, hasn't he? He's shown that he's got something, but was it that much, really?
Yeah. I think he could be offloaded, Ben. I think either with Damari Gray coming in, I think either Keisha Anderson or Hansen will be offloaded. I mean, we've seen Yokoyama go, haven't we, as well?
Just trumps him for me, doesn't it? For me.
Yeah.
Miles ahead. Anderson, yeah.
Alan's happy now, maybe cover for a left back. Sanderson and Roberts, Saul Leonard. Saul Leonard or Roberts. I want to see him kept at the club. There's got to step up. Doyle can spray the ball about. Yeah, we can pick a pass. Can that Doyle?
I think he's saying Sanderson and Roberts sell. Leonard almost kept at the club.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, thanks, Ben. Yeah. I agree with that, Alan. Yeah, definitely. I think everyone's kind of keen on Leonard, aren't they? You can see there's a player in there, can't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Keisha was all right when we got relegated. Yeah, well, I mean, I'd be happy to see Keisha still here, to be honest. I'm just trying to second guess what maybe the club might do. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, nice one, Lee.
Yeah, anyway, total trust in them. They know what they're doing. They've proved that so far.
When was the last time you was able to say that?
Oh, yeah, long time.
Yeah. Choose that. Hansen was so underwhelming that it's sad. I don't think he got a proper chance. Yeah, this is what we're saying. I mean, he had a couple of injuries, didn't he? But
Yeah, we brought him back a bit soon on those injuries as well. On the
He got
couple of
injured
occasions,
straight
didn't we?
away that
Yeah,
one time, didn't
yeah.
he? Bless him.
we did, yeah. And I'm wondering, like, you know, we did have 2 players for each position last season. I wonder if he's trebling up on each position.
Never know.
Nice
Sort of
position to
competition
be
you
in.
need.
Yeah.
Yeah, some right competition. Nice one, guys. But sorry if I couldn't read all out your comments, but you know, I've got guests on and it's really difficult, but I do really appreciate the comments, and it's really nice to have you two on as well, lads. Really appreciate it. You know, I seen Clara at the boxing. I went to the bare knuckle boxing Conatini last week. Yeah, at the NEC. It's brilliant. That bare knuckle, it's fucking lethal, you know. Honest to God. You know, Conatini, the Blues fan, he's a bare knuckle fighter.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was going to the toilet and he's come out of he must have been ringside because he come out of that section, and he was literally walking straight at each other. And I said, "Yes, Christopher." Shook his hand like. I don't know who he was there with, but yeah, great night at the he's going to have he's got an event at St Andrews next year, which is going to be amazing. As Conatini, proper blue nose. So yeah, listen, man, it's been a really nice stream. Really enjoyed it. Loads of stuff is happening at Blues. Can't wait till the season starts. So yeah, anything you want to? Yeah, can't wait, man. Anything you guys want to finish off with?
No, mate, I've covered everything tonight.
Covered it,
It's been really good night, mate. Yeah, I'm just itching to get started now.
Yeah.
Good with you as well.
Yeah, it's good to see you, mate.
Yeah, nice one, lads. Hopefully I'll get to one of them OSC.
Yeah, well, as soon as they come up again, we'll give you a shout, mate, get you down there.
I might
Yeah,
catch you
nice one.
as well. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely be there. So let me know if you're doing Solo Wars. Let me know, and we'll link up.
So,
And yeah, man, that'd be nice. Right then, nice one, guys. Thanks ever so much, everyone. That's liked, commented.
Everyone.
see you later.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Nice one, guys. Liked, commented, all that game really helps, and I will catch you on the next video. Really, peace out. Get right on.